We often wonder why we are not becoming successful. We see others moving ahead in life, and we start questioning ourselves. Are we wasting our time in laziness, sleeping too much, and waking up late in the morning? This story will show you how important it is to wake up at 5 in the morning. A small decision to wake up at 5 slowly changes your thinking and gives your life a new direction. It was the quietest part of the night. The clock hands were moving slowly. The whole city was asleep. The streets were empty. The lights were dim, and there was a strange calm in the air. In that silence, a small alarm rang. 5 a.m. Arjun opened his eyes, and with that, a new chapter of his life began. Arjun was just like an ordinary person, not very successful, not a failure either. He was simply passing through life. Waking up late in the morning, getting ready in a hurry, and rushing to the office, work all day, tired in the evening, and mobile phone at night. He always thought, I work hard, but why am I still not moving forward? The truth was, he did work hard, but in a scattered way. There was no direction in his life, and no peace. One day on the metro, Arjun noticed an elderly man. He wore white clothes, had peace in his eyes, and held a book in his hand. The metro was almost empty. Arjun gathered courage and asked, Uncle, what are you reading so early in the morning? The old man smiled and said, Son, 5 a.m. is the most valuable time of life. Arjun felt it was strange. So early? The uncle replied, Yes, because at that time the world is asleep, and only you are awake. Waking up at 5 in the morning is not just about getting up early. It feels like the whole day comes into our hands. At this time, the world is quiet, so we can hear our own voice clearly for the first time. The morning at 5 is not for rushing, it is for thinking. Here we can ask ourselves, what do I want? Where am I going? A person who gives time to himself at 5 in the morning does not need to ask anyone for time the whole day. While getting off, the uncle said, If you want to change your life, try waking up at 5 a.m. for 30 days. Arjun laughed, but the words stayed in his mind. That night, he could not sleep for a long time, and then he set the alarm. First day, a fight with sleep. Second day, burning eyes. Third day, a question in his mind, why am I doing this? On the fourth day, as soon as he woke up, he said to himself, let's just get through today. On the fifth day, before the sun rose, he saw the sky change colors. And right there, something inside him started to break, and something new began to form. Arjun decided to give this time to himself. 5 o'clock to 5:30 walking in silence, doing a little exercise and meditation. 5:30 to 6 o'clock writing about his plan for the day, and thinking about what he needs to do today. 6 o'clock to 6:30 reading books. For the first time, he was able to listen to himself. Slowly, a change began to happen inside Arjun. He stopped getting upset over small things. He started trusting himself. He began to control his day, instead of the day controlling him. People thought Arjun had changed. In reality, he had awakened. Arjun understood this. When the world is asleep, the person who works on his dreams moves ahead. 5 a.m. was not just a time, it was a door to discipline, clear thinking, and self-respect. 1 year later, Arjun was doing the same job, But now, his confidence was high, his thinking was clear, and his future was clear too. Looking at himself in the mirror, he said, "I did not become successful because I woke up at 5 a.m. I became successful because I woke myself up first." If you feel that your life is not changing, then try changing your morning once. Because the person who wins himself at 5 a.m. cannot lose anything in life. A person who wakes up at 5 every morning does not just start the day, he decides the direction of his life. When the world is asleep, the person who wakes up at 5 is working on his dreams. These quiet moments in the morning connect you with yourself. And this connection makes you different from the crowd. Waking up at 5 is not just a habit. It is the most honest promise you make to yourself. Instead of skipping the alarm today, wake up your dreams.